Okay, first things first, you need to get your tin can. You need to take off the label. Pretty much should just come off like that. And there's your tin. Then you need to drill 3 holes in the bottom in a sort of triangular fashion. That's your 3 holes there. Look at that. Alright, and then lined up with the 3 holes, you want to put a hole there and then a hole there. Alright, so I need both hands to do this. So I'm just going to pop this here. Oh, hopefully that works. So now, 1, 2, like that, about 1 inch apart, and aligned with the other hole on the bottom. Just do that again for each of the holes on the bottom. Now the most laborious bit, you've got to get a knife. Oh yeah, these holes can be made by like a hammer and a nail, like a big chunky nail, if you don't have a drill, obviously. This is all pretty like accessible for people in any sort of circumstance. Just anything with a point on it and a rock, you can do it. You need tent pegs, but again, tent pegs can be, you can improvise out of whatever you find. But this is, yeah, some sort of knife will be needed now to cut these little triangle holes. You're basically cutting 2 little lines. See, like that. So you don't cut off the bottom bit, it's still attached. And you repeat that all the way around. This is possibly the most sort of time-consuming aspect of making a tin can stove. And these triangles supply lots of air for efficient combustion. And the tips of them, the tips of the triangles, help to hold up the false floor. But we'll get to that in a minute. So yeah. A few triangles cut around there. You can cut more, like for instance this one's got, these are quite neat and there's quite a few more of them, but just as long as they exist. Then you get your tin snips or a knife, and the biggest gap between those holes, you choose that one. You just cut a line down. See, that's your line. Sort of about you know, a little way away, from half an inch away from the hole and up again, and you just cut the strips, maybe 3. And same up to the other hole there, like that. And you get needle nose pliers or a tent peg, or you know, anything really, just to roll it down on. Hang on a minute, just doing a traditional video. Can it wait a second?
Yeah,
or come back in a minute. So yeah, just rolling down these bad boys. So it's like that. That's going to be where you put your wood in. Now we utilise tent peg technology. So you get 3 tent pegs of roughly the same size, preferably longer, well, definitely longer than the tin itself. And then there's a little technique that I've picked up. Just where you put it in like that. You have a little tug, and it sort of extends the hole out a bit and creates a dent here. And you do that on the other side as well. So there's a nice little groove there, and this means that when you slide your tent peg through the top hole, it will very easily get through the bottom hole and then through the hole on the base as well. You slide that down, it sort of slots into place. And just do that again. Little technique. And then through it goes. Yeah, sometimes the lines, like the holes, don't completely line up, so you need to sort of tinker them a bit and squidge them a little bit more open. That's fine too, if it works. There we are. And then the last one. So that you've got 3 in place there. Now these 3 serve to, like, you can rest your pan of water or beans, whatever, more securely on the top of the tin like that. But then also the bits that extend from the bottom will sort of like dig in the ground a little bit, providing a little bit more stability. This is almost it. There's one last thing we need to do, which is put a false bottom into here. Before we do that, we need to take hammer and nail, and this is like the lid of the thing. Hammer and nail, and just knock a bunch of holes. Yeah, knock a bunch of holes into your false bottom. So now, when this is put in, which you might as well do, can be a little bit fiddly. You want to make it so that there's about an inch gap between the floor, the actual floor, and the false floor. And what this does is it means that air can circulate through there and then up into the fire, meaning combustion is very efficient, whilst the fire itself is actually quite smothered. So it's kind of like an incinerator or something like that. It will burn quite well in there. You need only feed it small bits of wood, and our tests have concluded that 1 litre of water with a lid on the pan boils in about 10 minutes. So they're pretty good. Yeah, and that's it. That is your tin can cooking stove how to instructional video. And at the moment we give them out in packs of 3 because they're just tin cans, obviously, so they disintegrate quite quickly. So 3's good, and also you can put 3 together in like a little triangle and put a massive pot on them, and so boil a massive pot. So we give them out in sets of 3 with a little bit of sort of chopped firewood and some kindling and a set of firelighters, and then also this instructional pictorial diagrammic how to use your tin can cooking stove guide. It's a monkey painting, funk inflating, stunk to the brunk of the bench I'm making.